Okay, so we're going to do a real quick overview of the syllabus. You'll find this under Course Home. You just click on that, and this is your basic syllabus. You can read over all the information here, the course description. Basically, the objectives are that you'll be able to develop writing skills through 4 mediums: online discussion, weekly assignments, journal, and research paper. And we want you to be able to accurately reference stuff with that. You'll also demonstrate the proper use of online research resources, including the UW Online Library, which is great, and how to find journal indices and appropriate web references. You'll learn to critically evaluate sources of information, which is really important because there's so much information available to us at this point that you need to figure out a way to critically evaluate it and figure out what will be good information and what's not. You're also going to learn how to take that information and apply it towards academic research. You're going to produce a thesis-governed writing that demonstrates critical thought, and you're going to have evidence to support your thoughts. You're not just going to talk about it, and you're going to have an appropriate style for your field. We're all going to use APA, actually. Okay, and then we're going to learn writing and research skills so that you'll be the point of this really is to learn writing and research skills so that you can be successful in the rest of your courses in college, as well as in your professional field when you leave college. So the skills you learn here are very applicable all the way across the board. So hopefully you'll find that. That's my goal, is to help you do that. You're going to understand academic honesty and how you can contribute to the scholarly dialogue in a positive way and not stealing other people's ideas, essentially. And you're going to do the acquire knowledge and information about organizational leadership and career options associated with your own area of expertise. Now you can read about intellectual community and information literacy. These are what this course meet. Talked a little bit about the course assignments and requirements. Basically, the major assignment in this class will be a research paper, but it's going to be written in little pieces throughout the semester. So you're going to work your way through the quests as you go, and eventually you will have a great research paper, which is then quest 6 all by itself. So you just need to turn into quest 6, and the whole thing is each quest builds on each other so that you learn how to build this. So at the end, it's not very hard to actually build the quest, to build the research paper, because you've gone through all these pieces and you understand how it works. This course is based on mastery, which means instead of just giving you a grade for everything and letting you fail, you actually have to, in order to move on in a quest and move on to the next quest or get points for a specific activity, you must reach 70% or competent. You can get higher than that, clearly, but you have to at least have 70%. So you can't just kind of run through and do a bunch of points and hope to move on without actually doing the required elements to 70%. You must have 70% on your required elements. You also need 140 points to move on to the next quest. This will include your required elements. So you can see down here the quest points. I don't have anything below a C because you can't move. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens below that. It's unimportant because unless you have 140, you can't move on. Total course points for the entire class. There's the breakdown, so you can check on that. Down here I have a few different activities that you'll get descriptions of. In each individual quest, fireside chats will always show up, journals will always show up. There's a lot of other activities that will show up. And there's also down here, DA Club will also show up, and online supplemental instruction will show up. The research paper we talked a little bit about. The process is the most important thing. That's why the research paper is not worth that much compared to the rest of the class. So the process is the most important thing. An important thing I was going to talk about here is the online supplemental instruction. This is really great. This is an opportunity for you to actually get points for going in and getting help. So it's a great way to get points in every quest. You can get them multiple times in a quest, so you can get them like 3 or 4 times if you want, and you just get lots of help from your OSI leader. And then we'll talk about academic honesty, and then student assistance is really important. We have lots of ways for you to participate as a student, to get assistance as a student. We have the online supplemental instruction, which is great. There are podcasts throughout the course embedded in things so you can understand things and try to figure out how to better learn things. Also, we have live office hours, which would be included in supplemental instruction. That's part of supplemental instruction. And then e-tutoring, which is an online tutoring group which you can submit papers or pieces of papers to, and they can help you figure out if you've done a good job or not. They won't edit them and they won't give you grammatical help, but they will go through and help you figure out if you're making a good argument and doing good things. There's all kinds of safeguards and technical supports. Please find these if you need to. There's all kinds of help you can get with any technical issues you may have. And then finally, you have textbooks. We have optional textbooks. None of them are required. They're all very helpful and will be helpful as references later in your school career, but they will not be used directly and we will not be required. And then there's some other list of resources here. One thing to remember about computer media communication is that things that go really well in an on-campus class, the face-to-face class, sometimes just don't fly in an online class. So sarcasm, jokes, that kind of thing is really difficult to properly communicate in an online course. So you need to be very careful how you go about things in that way. You want to be very respectful of other people's ideas and their beliefs and their experiences, and they will hopefully do the same for you. So, then there's the last of it. So, hopefully you've now gone through all of the videos and you are rocking and ready to go with Quest 1.